Hey guys!
I'm Gwen.
I'm John.
I'm Riyal, and welcome to SAYS Cakap Banyak. So for those of you who this is your first time viewing it, this is SAYS Podcast, our very first podcast. And for our very first podcast, we are talking about our relationship with our Malaysian identity in conjunction with Malaysia Day 2019.
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Can you explain what exactly is Malaysia Day?
Okay, so a bit of confusion. Do you know what's Malaysia Day?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so it's different from Merdeka or Hari Kebangsaan. Okay, Malaysia Day is the day that we celebrate the establishment of Malaysia in 1963, which means the combination of Malaya, we have Sabah, Sarawak, and Singapore. We joined together and formed Malaysia. And Singapore is no longer with us. They're now
on their own.
Somewhere else on their own. But Sabah and Sarawak are still here. We have East Coast representation.
East Coast represent in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as I mentioned, today we're going to talk about our relationship with the Malaysian identity. We're all Malaysian. Some of us look more Malaysian than others. Gwen,
I look very Malaysian.
you sound Malaysian too.
Yes, I do.
And so pretty much when it comes to being Malaysian, right? I remember back in college, a Malaysian studies class lecturer asked us, what is it like being Malaysian? And everyone immediately thinks about food.
Yes.
Yeah, food.
It's always food.
It's always food because our food is so great, right?
Yeah, they mix everything. We have Indian food, Chinese food, Malay food. All of it just mixed together.
Combining, you have Chinlay food, Chindian food,
Baba Nyonya.
and everything in between.
Yeah.
Along with our mix of food, we're all mixes.
Yes.
Okay. John, everyone here is a mix. But seriously, where did this strong feeling for Malaysian food come from? Where do you think that is from?
I think we're just so proud of all of our foods and how it's like a mix of everything just like us.
Yeah.
So it's like a representation of us maybe. And because it tastes so good too. So
It's always the taste. Malaysian food is the bomb.
.com.
Sambal.
The sambal.
Sambal.
And we're so proud of it when Forbes listed Penang Penang as one of the top 10 cities for street food. Everyone's resharing that thing. But I think that with this amount of pride that we have, right, there's all these stereotypes about Malaysian, what Malaysian likes in terms of food. Everyone's gonna love spicy food. Everyone's gonna love durian. Everyone's gonna love this and that. But I don't know, how do you guys relate to Malaysian food?
Guys, I have to say, and everyone always gives me shit for this, but I don't like durian, and I get on a daily basis, you're not Malaysian if you don't like durian.
I don't like durian too. Yeah.
Okay, but is it just durian or is it every form of durian? Because you have durian cake, durian puff, tempoyak, which is fermented durian.
For me, it's every form of durian because ever since young, I just didn't like the texture, the taste of it.
The taste, the texture, the smell.
The smell's the best part.
The smell is the worst part.
When you get the smell, you know, oh my god, durian is here.
That doesn't make us less Malaysian.
Yeah, that's the thing, so you guys don't like durian. You get hate all the time for not liking durian, right? You get hate too because you look even more Malaysian than her.
I do, to be honest. Yeah, I do. It's just that even my family, I get hate from my own family.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Do you guys do anything to try to convince them that you are still Malaysian or what?
Yeah. Every time I just whip out my IC and be like, yo, what's up?
So
see this?
It's blue in color.
I see biru.
Yeah, I mean, John, but you're okay with spicy food?
Yeah,
Malaysian
spicy
food.
I
You're
love
actually
spicy food.
You're actually a really picky eater.
I am a picky eater, but I love my spicy food. So if it's anything, if it's spicy, I'll eat it.
Tom yum, which is actually Thai food, but Malaysia's tom yum is pretty
Curry.
good.
It's sweet.
Curry. I love curry.
Okay.
All kinds of curry.
And we've also gotten that from Indians. So it's all a mix of stuff. Inspired.
Yeah. So John probably has an advantage in this because being Chindian, growing up in Sabah, you get exposed pretty much every spectrum of food there is in Malaysia, right?
No, not every, I would say. I didn't get exposed to a lot of Baba Nyonya food.
Oh yeah.
Because those are mostly in Malacca.
It is.
So Baba Nyonya food is actually very special to me because I haven't really had a good hands-on it.
So have you tried it since then?
Yeah, I've tried it.
And do you like it?
It's nice. It's
I
beautiful.
love the
The taste,
food.
the sweetness, and the savory all combined into one. That's the best part there.
Yeah. And I think that's the beauty about Malaysian food, right?
It is.
Even if you don't like say one type of laksa, right? You have the Baba Nyonya laksa.
Yeah.
Then you have the Johor laksa. You have,
multiple
so
types
many.
of
you have
laksa.
Sarawak laksa as well. So when you say that you don't like nasi lemak, right? It could just mean you don't like this type of nasi lemak.
There's just so many types of nasi lemak.
Yeah.
Talking about food right now making me hungry,
It's making me so hungry, even though I just ate lunch.
But so at the end of the day, like, does food preference like really showcase if you're Malaysian or not?
I don't believe so because yeah, sure, a lot of people love durian, but then a lot of people love nasi lemak too. And you know, just because you don't like one doesn't mean you don't like the rest of Malaysian foods.
Yeah.
True, that's true.
Yeah. And what about you, man? Do you feel like someone should be like ostracized from Malaysia
No.
just because they don't like nasi
Hell
lemak?
no.
Stop
Is
being-
ostracized a real word?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
So yeah. you're saying?
Yeah. What was the question?
It's okay. We're running out of time anyway. So yeah, at the end of the day, no, I think that when it comes to food, like,
I'm gonna just do this.
thank you. Okay. So yeah, when it comes to food, I think it talks about like the stomach of being Malaysian. But I think being
Yeah.
Malaysian is about the heart of a Malaysian, not the
that.
stomach of a Malaysian.
But no, that's not it. I was gonna say like, you know how hati is like,
Hati is liver.
yeah.
Yes, we live
Close.
we live for Malaysia.
We
live
do.
For the food.
All right, so we went on social media.
We did.
So on social media, we asked you, Instagram, follow us on
.com.
SAYS.com on Instagram. We went on and asked everyone, like, what do you think makes a Malaysian? And we got some really interesting answers.
Okay.
Some people answered the same question like multiple times. A lot of consistent answers. So Gwen has some of those.
Alright.
Like we pulled out some of the more interesting ones, right?
So
go.
this one is very interesting from underscore Roshan3.
Yeah,
He
Roshan.
says, eating durian with nasi kanda.
What? Okay.
I'm just gonna stop you right there.
What is that?
Sir, do you eat durian with
Please
the nasi kanda?
stop.
Like you gaul
Stop.
sekali kind of thing.
No, let's not judge him. But it's interesting. Is it good? Tell us. Has anyone else done this?
Yeah. Although like nasi kanda and durian might give you a headache if you eat it at the same time.
It's
I
like
can't
two
imagine it.
intense flavors combined.
All right. Next
Yeah.
one. Anything else?
Yeah, there's a lot of you have said a lot of things about like mixing languages, and like food in general.
Yeah.
There's this one here where it's like no bubble tea or Starbucks can defeat our Mamak Teh Tarik or Nescafe Ikatafi.
That's true.
It's very true.
And at 10% of the cost of one,
oh gosh,
Yes,
yes.
it's very Malaysian.
Yes.
Our ringgit is not suited for Starbucks prices.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just pull out one more.
All right, let's
before we continue.
This one's pretty funny. YX chewing gum.
YX chewing gum.
YX chewing gum.
Okay,
says
got it.
bad time management.
Ooh.
I feel like that's a personal thing.
I feel like that is a personal thing to most Malaysians. If that makes sense.
I mean, most Malaysians do have that habit of being late. You
Yeah.
know, our time management isn't the best.
We call it Malaysian timing.
Yeah.
but
There's
really,
a term for it.
there shouldn't be an excuse. But I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
We're all guilty of it.
I just think that we as Malaysians collectively want to feel like we're part of something. So we created this.
And
All right.
so, yeah.
So let's move on. So actually, we went through some of the Instagram posts just now. A lot of them simply said like IC.
Yeah,
or
IC Biru,
born in
passport.
Malaysia. Passport, born in
Passport,
Malaysia, your
okay.
house address, that kind
Which
of stuff.
I completely agree because, you know, that is essentially what makes you Malaysian.
Yeah,
if you don't
that's
have
true.
one of those,
Yeah.
you're not technically Malaysian, but you can be Malaysian at heart.
Yeah.
Honorary.
So the big thing about this is that like, are you born a Malaysian or do you become one? That's the thing. Like if you're born in Malaysia, okay, but then at the age of 1 you move to like Australia. Hey, you move to like Australia or something, and you live there for 20 odd years, never came back. Like, are you really Malaysian? That's the thing.
So, having been, you know, living in Australia, and I've had friends who are like, let's say, half Malaysian,
Okay.
but like they're Chinese Malaysian, they still identify as Malaysian. So, that answers one part of your question, I guess.
I think for me, it's depends who you support in the end.
Who you support? What do you mean?
Like when it comes to that badminton,
games? Yeah.
badminton match,
Like,
you still go back to Malaysia. You know,
Yeah.
you still support that country, even though you study like overseas and all that. You still come back to that country, and it's Malaysia.
It's true.
It's what makes you Malaysian at heart.
yeah, it's about when you feel that national pride, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some people just feel it like a few times in a year. Like some people just feel it like when it's Merdeka or when it's Malaysia Day coming up. Or some people just feel like, yes, Zhongwei is in the finals of the Olympics. Kind
I
of
feel like we all can agree, like
Yes.
whenever it's a sporting event, the Olympics, or like some badminton event or squash,
those moments
always
are
there.
like precious, you
Yeah.
know. Like at that moment, you can feel everyone in Malaysia just shouting his name, like supporting him.
Getting
You get
goosebumps.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But then, so let's talk about someone who's not born in Malaysia. Let's say he's like, let's say he's Filipino or something, right? Born there, but then raised here in his or her entire life. Like, at what point do they become Malaysian? Like, at one point do we consider them, bahasa jiwa bangsa sama kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what is that flipping point? What do you think? What do you think, John? Being Sabahan, I'm sure you have a lot of Filipino friends as well.
I do have Filipino friends. The thing is, in the end, they still stay in Sabah. They still practice our culture here, our traditions, all these things that what makes us us. You know.
Yeah.
We still celebrate the same festivals and all that. So that is the togetherness there. You know.
The unity.
Yes, the unity.
Yeah. So, but do they consider themselves Filipino, like Pinoy, or do they consider themselves like Malaysian, or do they consider themselves as Sabahan? That's the
It's
other
so
thing.
tricky.
Oh,
right?
that's really tricky.
Yeah. So if you consider yourself like a state, like Sabahan, do you not consider yourself Malaysian? Like East Coast, East and West Malaysian. kind
Okay,
of thing?
the West Coast and the East Coast really always
East Coast and West Coast is Terengganu.
Oh, sorry. I mean
East and West Malaysia.
East and West Malaysia. We always have
Peninsula.
that dispute whether like we should leave Malaysia and all that. But like, you know,
Wow.
part of us like sometimes feels that the West Malaysians are like a separate country where everyone's, you know, have that racial tension there. But we here like just hang out, chill, all living in harmony. You know, that kind of
Yes.
thing. So. Yeah.
Would you be sad if like Sabah and Sarawak like decided to leave Malaysia?
Yes, I would be sad.
Why? Like what's up behind that?
Because I'm actually from West Malaysia.
Plot twist.
Plot twist,
Drama.
yeah.
Okay, so what? Like you were born here?
I was born in West Malaysia. I was
Okay.
born in Perak. My parents are from KL. I have family members in West Malaysia.
Yeah.
But I grew up my whole life in Sabah. So like I adapted to the culture there, to the people there, the language there.
Yeah.
And so like to me everything is one. We are one in Malaysia. Everyone's a Malaysian in the end. Even if you're Chinese, Indian, Malay, we're still Malaysians.
Yeah.
We still are not Malaysia.
Anak Malaysia. But you guys have any quick tips for people who, let's say they've lived overseas or they are from overseas, they come to Malaysia, they want to be like more Malaysian. Like what should they do?
Well, you obviously gotta eat the food.
Food's
Food.
important.
The more you eat it, the more it goes into your bloodstream, and then you become Malaysian.
Yeah. with all the high blood sugar levels and everything.
Cholesterol. Food,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I think being familiar with the culture, like, you know, going to mamak and stuff like that,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
good.
The public holidays, just get in touch with all your public
Supporting the
holidays.
sports team because, you know, if they win,
Go
we
to
get a
your
public
friend's
holiday.
house. Go to those open houses.
Yes.
All those everyone's open houses. Get all the food.
If you're not married, get all the ang pao, all the duit raya. Just go for it. And I just think that you don't necessarily need to learn the language, although that helps.
That helps.
Just a simple makan or thank you or terima kasih,
Terima kasih.
or you know assalamualaikum, like whatever.
Sama-sama.
Yeah, just sama-sama, just go for it, man.
Yeah.
All right, so just moving on from that, we have a little game.
Ooh.
We scoured around the internet with the help of
Scoured.
Nikki. Shout out to Nikki from my team.
Yeah.
So here's a series of would you rather's
Okay.
that
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you guys.
all
Right?
right, all right.
Okay. So
I'm ready.
first things first, all Malaysian related. First of
Okay.
which is would you rather get rotan by your dad or by your guru discipline?
By my guru discipline.
Guru discipline.
Yes.
Okay, no one here is kinky. Got it. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I would rather guru discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because my dad hits hard, man.
Yeah, and you can like sue your guru discipline.
Once
which
you
is
tell
awesome.
your dad knows, your mom knows, next thing your grandma knows.
Your entire family knows.
Like, it's just
You'll
like
be the disappointment
one
in the
revolving
family.
door of rotan, like pop, 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 pop. Next up, would you rather give up nasi lemak or roti canai your entire life?
Ooh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
This is a big one.
This is
This is a tough one.
I'm going to get lots of hate for this, but I'd rather give up nasi lemak.
roti canai.
I'd rather give up roti canai.
Roti
I love
canai.
my
I love the
roti.
sambal.
I
It's the
love
sambal
my
life, man.
roti.
Sambal life.
High five, high five. Next up, being Malaysian, you know, we're always late.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes because of traffic jams, parking, whatever. Would you rather have a time machine or a teleport machine?
Teleport.
Teleport. Yeah, it's
Like,
way faster.
yeah. You don't need to pay for Grab anymore. Okay, next
All the
up.
traffic.
Would you always like to smell like ikan masin or always smell like durian? Like you personally,
I would rather not have the sense of smell.
of either.
But if I had to choose, I would choose salted fish.
Salted fish.
Yeah.
I would choose
Not-
durian.
That's because you like
love-
durian.
Yeah.
I like durian, and then the other thing is that if I smell like durian, it's like a filter. Like my friends will be friends who love durian.
Or
Well,
you would
that's
like
true.
So goodbye, guys. I don't need you guys anymore.
whatever.
Okay, next up. Never have sambal with nasi lemak, or always end up with curry puff that's empty.
Never have sambal with nasi lemak because I love my curry
No,
puffs.
both are sad. I can't choose.
Again, I would give up nasi lemak, so it doesn't
Imagine
matter.
eating a curry puff and
It's
empty.
it's like you bite it. It's like hello darkness, my old friend.
No, you. Oh yeah.
I actually like just the pastry of curry puff, so
I
I'm
do
fine
too,
with that.
but
Okay,
very sad.
Probably go with nasi lemak.
right.
Same.
Next up, stuck in a 4-hour KL traffic jam or a 2-hour broken down LRT.
A 4-hour traffic jam.
2-hour LRT because I've been there,
No,
Done that.
done that, survived that.
Yeah.
But no air conditioning. You're sweating with strangers. At least in the car, you got your music, you got air conditioning.
You can even just step out of your car,
yeah,
to be honest,
and dance.
and just like chill. You know,
The last time we LRT broke down, we actually had to walk out of the LRT.
What? On the tracks?
Yeah, on the tracks.
Wow.
In Malaysia. Woo.
Cool. Next one. Would you rather get a 10 ringgit fine every time you say la, or always get stuck behind the L driver on the way to work? Like always.
Ooh.
Behind the L driver.
This one's a tough one for me.
I always say la.
I don't always say la.
I don't always say la too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm always late, so I don't want to get stuck behind an L driver.
Ooh, that's a tough one, but I might say L driver because, I'm going to keep my money because I am Asian.
I'm a stop saying the word la.
That's really hard.
Yeah.
But what
It's-
if you
you gotta
do?
slowly censor yourself lah over time.
Oh, you said it? Fine.
Oh crap. Okay, moving on. Thank God this is a would you rather game. Next one. Would you rather see Malaysians winning an Olympic medal gold and no holiday, or see them get silver and get a holiday?
Seeing them win with no
Gold.
holiday.
Yeah. I don't need that holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's nice.
That pride though.
That pride though, that
That
saying
pride.
Malaysia won their first goal.
All right. This is another.
First goal?
I want to go.
This is a controversial one. Okay, would you rather announce to the world that Singapore's food is better, or get stuck eating Singaporean food for the rest of your life?
Stuck eating Singaporean food for the rest of my life. I will never,
Agree.
ever. Because, it's not all bad. Because some Malaysian chefs actually moved to Singapore.
All right. Okay, so moving on. Just now we talked about the word la, right?
La.
And so now let's talk about our language. We all live in a multiracial country, right?
Yeah.
So like sometimes we are multiracial individuals ourselves. Like French Chinese. I have a quarter Chinese in me. He is
Chindian?
everything like
Everything.
rolled up into one rojak kind of
I
thing.
just look Malay, that's
Yeah.
it.
And then he's Malay. I mean, like during Bulan Puasa, people scold him for eating.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Yeah, he needs a T-shirt that says I'm Chindian or something.
Just show your IC.
I'll show you. I say, nah, ambil kau.
Wait, does it say race on it?
It says India.
All right, cool. And because of this multilingual, like we have like multiple languages. It's very common in Malaysia to have like multiple languages. Like how many languages do you speak?
Unfortunately, I only speak one fluently, but I can speak BM.
Yeah. I can speak two as well. I can speak English and BM.
Yeah.
My it's more like a 60-40 split, 70-30 split.
Mine's like 10.
Okay. John is the most lingual of all of us.
I speak
Polyglot.
3 languages, but I know a bit of Cantonese.
Yeah.
That's because I've been like staying in KL for a while now, so I know how to speak a bit of Cantonese.
Okay.
Yeah, so I speak English, Chinese, and Malay.
Malay. But your Malay is more of a Sabah.
Yeah, it's more of Sabah.
Really? What does that sound like?
Okay ba kalau kau?
Okay, bak.
It's just the word ba. Like,
Ba.
ba
Yeah,
is
ba.
your la, is it?
Yeah, it's something like that. It's almost
Oh,
something like that. But
that's
ba
interesting.
also can mean go or let's go
Yeah.
or okay.
Okay, ba.
Or a form of agreement.
Ya ba.
Yeah, ba.
Ya ba.
Ba, ba, ba.
Ba ba ba.
Ba ba.
Okay. So that's the thing. Like with all these languages, is Bahasa Malaysia actually our national language? Ooh, that's a tough one. It may be our official language.
Officially, yes.
Our national language as well. You know, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, BM and everything. But does it actually, like, do all Malaysians speak like that in the first place?
No.
No.
Every
Not
state
at
has their
all.
own slang and everything.
And their own dialects too, like
Yeah.
Kelantan.
Yeah, and I think one thing key about being Malaysian, right, is that, so if you go to different countries, let's say America, right, they speak English and they just speak English, right? You go to Indonesia and then their Indonesian is all like just Indonesian,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, they have different dialects and all that, right? But we are one of the very few countries that just mix every language.
Every language.
So
It's great.
Yeah. So I remember there was this one meme, right?
Yeah.
It's like there was 4 languages. It was like, "Day, let's makan. You want to tapau or something like." So there were like 4 different languages in that.
And that's great because I feel like, you know, obviously we're like borrowing some from Indians, borrowing some from Malay, we're using some Chinese, and we create a language.
We create a rojak.
And only
a lot of
Malaysians
language.
understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Exclusive.
yeah. So when like a foreigner comes to our country, right? So it's kind of tough on them.
Yeah.
If you think about it, you're not just learning one language to become Malaysian, right? You're actually like mixing all these different languages together. But have you ever been called out for not speaking a particular language correctly?
I'm called out all the time for not
really,
being able to
because I
speak
speak all
Chinese.
3, so like
Yeah.
it's fine for me.
Yeah.
Usually.
So like on my end, like because my Malay is like 30%, I speak like 70-30, 70 English and 30%
Yeah.
Malay. So I also MC. Sometimes when I MC event, I need like 4 times the amount of prep time. I just rewrite the scripts and reread the scripts again and again. To the point that like my family calls me Mak Saleh Celup.
Oh,
So which is Mak Saleh and then you dip them in some Malay juice, Malay sauce, and then you lift it up.
That's
Then you get me.
crazy.
So and I've been in situations where I go for like a family day.
Yeah.
With my mom when I was a kid. But a lot of the other kids, they speak predominantly Malay. But me and my family, or just me and my brothers, we speak English.
Yeah.
And then go like, "Che, Mak Saleh." Okay.
Yeah, and I hate that because when I was in school, because I'm only fluent in like English, so I'm confident speaking English, and people used to be like, "You're so stuck up because you only speak English," but in reality, I'm like less than you, man. I don't speak the language you speak. You have an advantage.
Yeah, we're just kind of stuck that way. Did you get that from a teacher as well?
No, my friends or like my peers,
Usually
basically.
it's the peers. Like for me, I don't speak Tamil, even though I'm Indian. So
Yeah.
like, I don't really hang out a lot with the Indian peeps
Why?
because I don't speak the language apparently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, because I started to get it from my teacher as
Oh,
well. So I had
gosh.
this, my Bahasa Malaysia teacher, right? So he would go like, "Kau ni kenapa? Tak boleh cakap Bahasa Melayu ke?" And that kind of stuff. To be fair, and I'm okay if he did that during BM class,
Yeah.
right? It's fine, it's in class.
It's in-
Okay,
yes.
but it would be like in the canteen, like he asked me a question and I replied to him, like, "Where's the toilet?" Dia tanya, "Tandas kat mana?" It's like, toilet kat
Over
sana.
there.
Toilet's over there, cikgu. And I said, "Kau ni tak boleh cakap Bahasa Melayu ke?"
Tak boleh.
Yeah.
Bye.
And I'm just like, like at the end of the day, it's really like, we Malaysians, we just like to express.
Yeah.
And,
you can express in so many languages.
Yeah. And sometimes we feel like we need to express in many different languages.
I guess.
Whether it's
yeah.
confessing love or frustration.
Yeah,
or curse word.
frustration.
Anger.
Yes, I think that's when a lot of the Malaysian slang comes out. It's
Yeah. Have you ever road rage in a different language?
All the time. All the time.
I know. I actually don't suffer from road rage at all. Yeah. Just when I'm like really late for like a shoot. And then here it is. Okay, let's close this up.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's start from John. So John, what makes a Malaysian? Just give like your 10-word answer or something.
What makes a Malaysian is
Gwen.
get back to me in a bit.
Okay, Gwen, what makes a
Right.
Malaysian?
I feel like what makes you Malaysian is definitely you're icy for sure.
For sure.
Being able to, understand the culture and like accepting others regardless of their skin color.
Yeah.
I think that's very important because we're a melting pot of like different races.
Yeah.
I think being open to all the races and being accepting, that is the most important part of being a Malaysian.
Yeah, I think being a Malaysian is that need to want to see your fellow countrymen like
Yes.
develop individually and the country itself develop. There's something bigger, whether it's winning an Olympic gold, getting better colleges or whatever it is. It's just that need to want to make Malaysia better.
Wawasan 2020.
Wawasan 2020.
Next
Do
year.
it. Woo!
And with that, guys, thank you so much. This is our first ever episode for the SAYS podcast. It's called SAYS Cakap Banyak. We'll be back very soon, sometime next month, October. We might be doing something scary. A little teaser. Anyway, guys, thank you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Tell us down below. John, leave us with a question.
Tell us what?
Leave us with a question. Just in the comment section, just question out.
What would you like to see?
What would you like to see in October? You know, and what do you think of this podcast?
What would you like us to talk about?
Do you like this grey table talk? Just go for it, guys.
Yeah.
All right,
tell
guys.
us anything.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.